Hi. In this question, we're gonna solve the question 51 and 53. So let's go for it. And first, we're gonna start by the 51, which says, and 51a. It says e raised to power 7 minus 4x equals 6. Then it says solve for x. So it says let x stand alone. So in order for x to stand alone, what we're gonna do is divide by the ln to get rid of the e. So we're gonna get ln 6, and if we put the ln over here, then the e will disappear, and we have 7 minus 4x, and we want x to be alone. So we're gonna first take it to the other side and bring the 6 to this side. So we will end up 4x equals 7 minus ln 6, and then we're gonna divide them by the 7 minus ln 6 divided by 4. So this is the solution for A, and let's go for B, which says ln 3x minus 10 equals 2, and we also want the x to be alone. So what we're gonna do, get rid of the ln, and the way to do that is multiply by the e, and so we will get e raised to power 2, and over here we're gonna get 3x minus 10, and we will end up with the value like this. So this is solution for 51. And let's go for the 53. It says 53a. It says you're given 2 raised to power x minus 5 and equals 3, or equals 3. And this particular question has two solutions. First, we will go with the solution regarding the algorithm, solution 1, and in which case, as you guys remember, we said that when we are writing the logarithm, this equals the base. So we have the base over here, and we said that this equals the value over here, and this equals the output, right? As you guys remember. And yeah, so now it's easy to solve this one. We're gonna say we want the x to be standalone, so we will say log 2 base 2. The second solution for that is we're gonna use the ln, and as you guys know, we're gonna use one of the ln equations, which says, so first let's add the ln, so we will end up with the value like this, and or it will be like this. Just let me write it one more time. Ln 2 x equals ln 3, and as you guys know, one of the Law's equation says if you have raised to power, then you can bring the power over here. So x minus 5 ln 2 equals ln 3, and so all what we have to do, just transfer this over there and this one over there, so we will end up ln 3 plus 5 divided by ln 2. Or sorry, we can't transfer 5 first. We have to transfer this one first, which will go to the bottom, then we will transfer 5. So it will be like this. So, and before finishing, let's go for the last requirement, which is B, which says you have ln x plus ln x minus 1 equals 1. And we're gonna multiply by e, so we're gonna get x plus x minus 1 equals e raised to power 1. Or sorry, I forgot one step. So before doing that, we have to use one of the ln equations, which says when we have the addition over here, then it's gonna convert it to multiplication. So we will end up with x multiplied by the x minus 1, or x minus 1, and equals 1. So now we're gonna divide by the multiply by e, so this will disappear, and we will end up with x equals e raised to power 1. And now what we're gonna do is distribute the x, so we will end up with, and we're gonna bring the e over here, equals 0. And now we're gonna use the quadratic formula to get the values we're looking for. And in this case, we a is gonna equal to 1 and b gonna equal to minus 1, so a equal 1, b equal minus 1, and the c equals minus e. And yeah, we will end up with the value. I'll calculate x equals half 1 plus some values over here, minus, or we're gonna throw away the minus because the natural logarithm is not defined for the negative, for any numbers that's less than 0. So we're gonna just have the positive one.